Scoop bop doodly bop biddly bop. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Citadel of NewChurch. I'm your host, Captain, here to go over a recap with the war with the Assassin's Core. It was a pretty good war, fought on both sides. Well done to them. As far as our people that got them some sweet hits, we do have a couple of them. We have Undeniable there at number 2. Scroll down towards a little bit lower. We got the Luckman there at number 15. We have, go a little bit further down, the Wasp there at number 24. We do have Zimbabwe at 25, and then we got Duwait at number 26. So well done to them. As far as our shit hitters, again, it's the people to get to like the 95 to 99%, enough to get not enough to get to the 3-star. Had a few of them. We have Luigi there at number 90 with a 95 at number 30. Baha, caught myself. We have Vishwa at number 23 with a 97. We have Sivas there at number 22 with a 98. We have Lay Lady Lay at number 17. He had a 96. We got Jedi Mind Tricks at number 14 with a 95. Go up a little bit more. We have Susko with a 99. And his only hit, ironically enough. Scroll up a little bit more. We got Green Goblin there with a 95. And then our number 1 had a 95. Getting into the attacks as a whole, we can jump over here to number 3 with Undeniable. He's going to be doing an Electron attack. Once he's ready. Dropping a couple loons to get over there towards that mortar. Tank for that blimp to get in a little bit heavier push to reach to the queen. Unfortunately, he does trigger a little earlier than expected. But that E-Drag is nicely protected. He will take out a whole bunch of crap. The Clune, I can't even speak anymore. The Loon will get the air defense with his last dying breath. The E-Drag is now in the dead center of the core, so he's basically dead weight. BK with a baby funnel, trying to help push him a little bit. It's not really enough to really stop him from just continuing the walk. The baby eats a Sam, so the queen is going to unfortunately leave the king. He's going to target a wall despite this building being clearly in his line of fire. AQ is just going to round this corner. King finally gets that wall open. Queen finally taking fire from that archer tower. King's going to pop his ability to get this Hound CC pulled. So at this point, he's just going to snipe and phase her ability, hoping that she won't be triggering or popping that Hound. Starting his Lalo over here at the bottom. Freezing the multi and hasting the loons. I think that the Warden ability was triggered a little prematurely for something else. I'm not exactly sure why, but hey, swag Grand Warden. Loons come slowly but surely trickling in. It's going to freeze the multi and the Giga Tesla. Unfortunately, all those loons are not going to go to that town hall, but the second herd of loons are going to get hasted directly into it. They will get a shot off, and with their last dying breaths, they will take it out. That multi is not going to be enough to take out a mass herd of those loons. Wizard Tower is trying his best to try to take it out. Minions and pups are somehow tanking for some of those loons. And then from here on out, it was basic cleanup. The Hound was lured over there by a wizard, I do believe. So at this point, it's just, well, swag GG. Again, I'm not exactly sure why he triggered the Warden. It must have been an accident when he was trying to click something else. For the next hit, we have number 4 with J.D. White. For this one, they're going to be doing a standard AQ charge with the Earthquakes. It's going to have the baby over there at the 3 o'clock region. Loon that helped soak up some traps. Queen is taking some heat. King is going to be able to snipe that town hall with a goblin for free. Warden will bounce over to help speed him up. Dropping the Earthquakes. The Queen will step up a little bit to get to this Wizard Tower, I do believe. I guess not. Some barbs are going to bounce over to help ensure that the Queen isn't going to walk. They do take out that pad before the bomb tower eliminates those Barbies. And then from there, the Queen will go into the core of this base. After the Grand Warden drops, she will step in range of this Queen. Unfortunately, one of the healers does eat a Sam. Doesn't have to phase her ability to get through that Eagle. The CC is finally pulled, still outside of the range of this multi-target Inferno for his healers. So with the nicely placed poison, those two witches are going to be completely useless. Then from here on out is just basically waiting on his queen to snipe through for that back end multi. And I do believe once it drops, he starts his Lalo. Yeah, he starts his Slammer over here at 5 o'clock. Hound coming in off to the side, tanking it. Queen's going to be able to handle herself in that back end side, just phase her ability. Although the healers are finally taking some damage, so she isn't going to last much longer. So from here on out, the Slammer is going to be helping out with this low push, raging over top of this Wizard Tower to get to that multi. Those loons to the outside are tanking for the loons in the core. Going to pop that ability to ensure that the Slammer stays up and nice and toasty. Courtesy of the Tornado Trap, they are going to be able to take out that Wizard Tower in the circling spell. Loons are going to be hasted from one expo to the air defense to the other expo, as the outside Archer Tower is handled by the one single loon on top of it. Slammer is about ready to pop, but at this point, even with those max loons, there's not really much they can do about it, but they are going to be able to tank for this Wizard Tower on the back end side. Speed it up. Because once those minions and pups attack that Wizard Tower, they just overwhelm it, needless to say. So well done to him. For our next attack, we're going to have number 7 with green. I need to turn on the lights in here, but I don't feel like doing it. Probably just do this instead. Turn on the light on my phone. Okay. He's going to drop his heroes over there at 10:30. With a baby and loons to try to take out this Archer Tower Rahida, so that way that baby can get some more damage done to the outside. Sitting on the healers until finally she steps up to where she needs to be. She's going to walk a little bit more to where he was hoping to get her before she bounces back in towards that bomb tower. Gets the CC pull, drops the early poison. This preemptive healers. Archers are just going to get annihilated by that poison. Ice Golem is going to drop after this Wizard Tower is down. The only thing on the Queen at this point is the Expo, so she's going to be just chilling for a momentary moments. Ha 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 ha. Would have been nice if that cannon would have dropped too from the baby, but hey, it is what it is. Enough to not get those healers in the rage, but now she steps up and they are in. She's going to take out that Air Sweeper before stepping up for this Archer Queen after the CC. Dropping another rage to ensure that she's going to be fine to phase through it. Although she is packing a lot of heat, the multi does lock onto the healers, and the Eagle gets those shots and removes them. So from here, the Queen in the rage is what takes out this Expo. I don't think she gets the second one. No. So he's just going to start his Lelo over here at 11 o'clock, going clockwise. Those loons are going to be able to target onto this Inferno Tower. Disco Spell is actually going to help those the Slammer get into there. Pop the ability through that Wizard Tower. It's going to drop the Rage, so that way after that Wizard Tower, they could just collapse directly on top of that Inferno Tower. Slammer is going to pop, and when they do, they will go to this Expo. 2 nicely split different areas for these Lunars. So that Wizard Tower is somewhat being tanked by the old loons, and the new loons are going to be able to annihilate the rest of this base. And then from here on out, it's just basic cleanup, and well done to them. If I click the right button. And then for the next one, we're going to jump down to number 13 with Zimbabwe. He is basically the Zimbabwe bobsled team. We love him, even though his name just sounds like you're just stuttering. He's going to be trying a Falcon attack, and by trying, I mean he fucking rapes this base. He's going to have the Lure up there, try to tank for the Berber. The Queen's going to be getting some free buildings. Berber is going to take out that Wizard Tower before he jumps to the storage, and that's when he bites the Durst. Wizard's going to get annihilated by that Tesla. King is going to bounce up rather than down like he was hoping, so he's just going to drop a couple loons on top of it to remove it. So the King's going to be joining the party. Oh, the baby did get through that storage. Holy crap. Anyways, Queen is going to be working her magic. Barb on the outside trying to tank for that Archer Tower before the Valks come in nice and heavy. With the radius of this Queen, she's going to be pulling those Valks into the core. Once they start beating those walls, they're going to merge. King is trying to lead those bowlers to the outside lands. Because of those bowler bounces, they will come back in. Everything's going to be into that core. Slammer going directly naked into a multi. He is eating some traps and an air skeleton coming his way. Doesn't really care. He has the haste just for it. Eats another red bomb. He is going to get through that Tesla. Yes. As his troops are starting to fan out through the back end side. All he wants is that wizard tower. Unfortunately, he isn't going to get it. But he is going to haste through that air sweeper to ensure that he can heal that backside loons. Rage them to get through these two expos. And then from there on out, all these troops that did fan out are doing the cleanup work that he wants. Queen somehow is eating some double giant bombs over there. Speed it up. And then the loons just collapse on the last few remaining defenses as everybody collapses onto the cleanup. So well done to... For the next one, we have number 14 with Sapphire. They're going to be doing the Frozen Witch attack, which we do believe is going to be the unfortunate meta that will be coming our way, courtesy of this update. Thank you, Supercell, for never testing your fucking game before you release anything. And I think I've made my point clear. So, they're going to be dropping some witchies with the wizards in behind. Single target Inferno is going to be targeting the little skeletons. The rams coming in. The skeletons are still tanking for its. Skeletons coming into the core, freezing the single target Inferno with an Archer Tower for the BK. CC is lured, freezing the baby. Doesn't care about anything else because he knows that Valk is going to get annihilated by the Queen. He is going to freeze the baby once again, so that way that Slammer could get more towards this compartment with the Queen, freezing her and the two Expos. And then from here on out, I do believe he freezes, one more time. And then after that, that compartment is open, and then it's open season Rage Heal for those bowlers, and they just completely decimate that core. Everything that they're bowler bouncing is actually taking it out with them, courtesy of the outside witches. The giant, unfortunately, is going to be the one that bites the dust. He is going to try to freeze to help ensure that they can get through at least one wall to continue on with their push. BK, beaten onto the outside, is tanking for a whole bunch of troopies. Bowlers are going to try to get through that wall. And once they do, the Queen will be able to phase onto that single target Inferno. Witches still have their healers. The enemy skeletons are triggered, but at this point, this base is just smashed. Just waiting on the general cleanup. Phasing the Queen to get through that enemy Archer Tower. Healer somehow got swapped onto the skeletons. And then Swag Freeze onto the Archer Tower to speed it up. For the next one, we have number 15 with Dubba. They're going to be doing a minor AQ walk with Lalo. Wizard over there at the 3 o'clock region, taking out a barracks. Archer onto the town hall. Although I think he forgot you have to have 2 archers on the town hall, otherwise, even in 3 minutes, she will not get through it. But anyways, he's going to start the Archer Queen over there at the 4 o'clock region. Her objective is to push more towards 4:30. Wizard's just going to continue on with his little walk. I do believe at this point he's going to get sniped. Nope, he don't. Sweet. BK beaten onto the outside. Since the Queen is the one taking the heavier damage, the healers will not swaps. King is going to continue on his little walk. He's going to try to trigger the loon to get some traps if he can. Air defense is going to target 1 healer before it switches back over to that loon. And then by that time, the enemy Archer... God damn, I can't say it. Archer Queen's going to take it out before another healer goes down. Tesla farm is triggered. Skeletons are popped. He's just going to continue on with this little walk. He's going to start his Lalo over here at the 4 o'clock region. Queen is going to be fine with her ability. Hasting these loons to get into this air defense. Dropping the skeleton raged on top of the Queen. So she is going to unfortunately jump a wall. And then the Queen is going to go down via pops. as she snipes the skeletons. Anyways, he's going to continue on with his Lalo. Slammer in for a hound on the back end side. Loons are hasted through that multi-target Inferno, fighting an air sweeper. He still has 2 hastes in the bag with a heal. He's going to heal those loons to fight through those Expos and try to haste in from the Expo to the Inferno, and then from the Wizard Tower to Wizard Tower. Max loons are triggered as well. Back end loons to target the 1 Wizard Tower to take it out. He gets a decent split with the 1 random hound up still nonetheless that's fighting in there. He is fighting some traps on that back end side, but from here on out, basic cleanup, well done to them. The next one we have is number 16 with Lay Lady Lay. Lay Lady Lay is going to be doing a standard Lalu. With this one, they're going to be doing the Loon Drop. Try to get to see where that Slammer would go. He does unfortunately hit the Tesla farm. I think he knew that the Tesla farm was there. He was just trying to lure it, and unfortunately was just a little off. Needless to say, the Slammer is going to come in. It is going to get the drop onto the Inferno. So that way, once it drops, those it's Electro. I forgot this is the sweet attack. He just says fuck it and takes out the queen the old-fashioned way. Anyways, the baby's going to bounce towards the town hall and take it out for free. Hero, ooh, maybe not. Heroes are going to go from 430 going clockwise. Baby's going to take out that wizard tower before he croaks via this air defense. King is tanking, and then the archer tower is tanked by the baby before she gets targeted by the Expo. Hound and Loons coming in to try to save her. BK dies on the Dark Elixir storage. Enemy, or Archer Queen, is now outside of the range of the BKs, so she's going to try to pick off those kings with him walking away. Then he walks back in. Lalo coming in more towards the 730 region. Freezing that multi, getting the heal down, so now those loons are nicely compact to go in 2 single files in order to take out those defenses. Back end loons to help take out that archer tower, keeping everything inside of the base. Trying to haste the loons to speed them up to reach to this hound that is about ready to explode. And by the time that the hound explodes, drops the rage, so that way when they collapse in that air defense, not too many loons will be the ones that bite the dust. Freezing that last Expo. He has enough loons up that it's well smashed, well done for him. For the next attack, we have number 18 with Eliza. Another Falcon. Going to be dropping some loons to take out this cannon. Unfortunately, there is a Tesla there, but all he was after was taking out the cannon. Going to drop the healers, just enough outside of the range of the Teslas, obviously, and the air defense. Although I have no idea how that one didn't trigger. Queen is going to be walking around the corner. Wizard helping speed up with those outside building. Queen should never have to leave the range before she engages with the Archer Tower. Wizard is still going to keep continuing on towards the outside, which is an MVP for the Wizard before he bites the dust right here, courtesy of this cannon. Queen gets a couple shots on the cannon before she finally continues on with her little walk. Still outside of the range, obviously, of this Archer Queen. He had the BK coming down at 7 o'clock. He's clearing out some of those outside buildings. I think he was hoping that those troops would come in this way to take out some storages, but the Valks combined are going to be able to do it for him. The way these 2 buildings are, they are going to focus onto this air defense first. He's trying to rage them up so that way they speed up and save those healers. Does have a Hound Loon in the CC. The Loon isn't going to be able to get many drops off, if any. BK goes down, they march over back to the Queen, and then from here on out, they're going to get into this compartment with the Expo. He does pop the Hound, but with the Queen up in behind, and the healer's trying to focus on the Valks for right now with the heal. They'll be fine as the Queen picks off the pups. With all the left remaining buildings inside the core, they will be going towards this low section. He does have a Slammer with a baby up top, taking out free defenses. Loons in behind to get that back and Archer Tower to help ensure that it bounces back down. Queen will be the one that snipes the 1 multi-target Inferno, hasting the Loons through it. Phasing her ability, bam! Loons continuing on towards the outside. And then when the loons come back towards this target multi-target inferno, they will bounce back through that haste and take it out with haste. Ha 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 ha. And well done to them. For the next one, we have to wait with number 19. As the loons coming in, try to take out that archer tower with the slammer in behind. Loons coming in to get to that other archer tower, so that way that slammer is going to be targeting more towards this multi-target inferno. Fighting the air sweeper doesn't mean shit to him. Unfortunately, that Sam does, so he is going to have to freeze the slammer, or freeze the air sweeper. It would have been nice if those loons would have got the drop on the enemy archer queen, but unfortunately they don't. They are going to get that cannon before he starts his heroes over here towards the 2 o'clock region. Has his Lalo coming in from the 10:30. Try to zoom it out so you can see both sides at the same time. And with this, the loons are coming in slowly behind the hounds. The heroes are only aiming to get these back-end defenses before they bite the dust, obviously, to this single-target inferno. He's going to freeze the queen, rage it up, drop the skeleton, remove her from ever being a nuisance. All these loons are being nicely compact. Has the back-end loons, ensuring that they're going to be staying inside of the core to a degree as they round this base. Queen is still up, frozen, so the archers are actually tanking for her. Unfortunately, the cannon will be targeting onto her before the loons can take out the cannon. Or maybe she does. Yeah, she does. Sweet. And then he's going to have a swag, heal, and haste in the bag. So well done to him. Doop. That was about a team. We're going to do number 20 with the Dark Fonzie. This one's going to be an AQ charge with Earthquake. AQ over there at 10:30. Healers directly in behind. Very nicely placed for his healers. King going down towards the 10 o'clock region. AQ will step up to get to the Wizard Tower. Bounce up to this Archer Tower before she comes back down towards this Mortar and Air Defense. Again, still out of range. Rage her up, so that way these CC troops that are being pulled won't be much of an inconvenience. Gets the nice poison down, so that way those archers are going to be completely useless. And then the dragon is going to be utterly useless. The king does trigger the Tesla farm over there at 8 o'clock. Bites the dust before he can remove the last two. Queen is going to step up to get to that top end air defense before bouncing back down towards this multi-target inferno. Luckily, again, with the way that his healers are, she is going to be fine and healthy. Minions are going to be able to take out that town hall. Again, I have no idea how the hell he did not get inside that rage. The range of the multi-target inferno. Again, I don't get it. Got some loons coming up to the top end side, trying to ensure that the queen is going to try to bounce out. She is going to come back down to the Inferno Tower before she steps up to get to this air sweeper. Now the enemy archer queen is going to engage with her, phase her ability, push through it, and then the air sweeper will be down, takes out the skeletons, and then he's going to start his Lalo. Slammer's getting the easy defenses up top. Air defense is being tanked by the hounds. Loons coming in behind. After that cannon drops, they were supposed to go to this multi-target inferno. Unfortunately, they're going to be taking a little bit of a free ride. Slammer's going to be doing his own thing over here on the back end side. Rage them. There it is. And then from here on out, just basic cleanup. They're going to bounce back through that rage to speed them up a little bit to get to that multi-target inferno. And then clean up, so well done to the Dark Fonzie. And then we're going to have number 21. This is going to be, yet again, an AQ charge with Earthquake. Loon coming in from 7 o'clock. Baby's going to be able to take out that army camp. Go to the mortar, hoping it was supposed to drop. Baby does finish it off before jumping in towards this archer tower. Gets it down, helps speed up the queen, so that way she bounces over to help save this BK. Baby's going to get a couple shots off, soaking up a red bomb along the way. Healers coming in behind the queen. Again, another placement of the healers where it just makes you wonder how the hell does he do it. Anytime I try, she dies like a bitch. Raging her up. Now she's in range of this multi-target Inferno. Courtesy of this poison, all of those troops are actually going to be able to bite the dust pretty quickly. So healers are going to be at about quarter health by the time he marches in towards that multi-target Inferno. Pew, 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 pew. Or maybe not. There he goes. Okay, he phases the ability through the Inferno and then phases it through the Queen. So well touched to him. And then from here on out, he's just going to fight a sweeper. She's going to actually go down this dark alley to get to this back end side. As he starts his Lalo over here from 3 o'clock, going counterclockwise. Loon's trying to get in towards this wizard tower to be tanked by that hound. Minions in behind. Slimer to try to get to this top end defenses for free as another stand-in hound. Queen is unfortunately almost close to biting the dust because she's so busy fighting a wall. The Loons are going to be able to bail her out as she comes back around towards the back end side for this archer tower. Slimer is still up. Loons are raged. They are going to fight their way through that core. Skeletons were doing some work, but with the Slammer, she will be fine and dandy. And then from here on out, they just have to go to that top end side of the Troll Tesla. And well done to them. And then for number 23, again, AQ charge Lalu. King over there at 5 o'clock. Bowler bounce at 7:30. AQ over there at 7 o'clock. AQ just taking her time, sniping some birdings. King is going to bounce to the hut, and then he should go to the Dark Elixir drill. Just sitting on the Queen because the healers are not going to be needed at this moment. King actually gets so far, he gets the Archer Tower at 4:30. Bowler is finally dead. Queen finally steps in range of the cannon, drops the earthquakes that he is after. Slowly but surely taking his time to try to push into this base. He is going to be inside of the range of these 4 defenses with the CC finally being pulled. With the poison, all those troops are going to be just slowly but surely annihilated. Trickling in some back-end Loons to get to this cannon. Queen again taking her time, taking out these buildings inside of the rage. So that way she's just going to push in towards this enemy Archer Queen. Loons do their job. They remove the cannon. He's going to rage her up, so that way when she steps up, the Queen will be in with the healers. It's going to be a 3 quick shots on the enemy Archer Queen. She drops, and then he's going to be able to start his Lalo anytime. Over here towards the 9 o'clock region. Hound is the one tanking for the Slammer. They are ever so slightly different speeds. Queen is going to be sniping out this core, as that Hound is just tanking for this Slammer and the only job it had to do. Slammer pushes into the mortar as the back-end Loons are tanking for that Hound. Slammer does eat a Sam. The Queen is going to help speed up that Slammer. Loons towards the outside with a single target Inferno. But at this point, it's just basic GG, because he even has a swag haste to help speed up for the cleaning process. So again, well done. Well done to the Luckman. For the next one, we have number 24 with Miller Time. This is going to be another Falcon. Baby over there at 10 o'clock, as well as the Queen. He's just simply to help push for the base. Loons are trying to take out that Archer Tower to help survive the baby survive. Brr, 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 brr. He gets to the cannon. He completely fulfills his obligation. That Tesla farm is going to completely annihilate him if it wasn't for that air defense. He's going to drop the BK over there at the 1 o'clock region. Wizard was ironically enough the one that was tanking for the Loon. He does drop a couple Valks on top of it. They are going to bounce all the way up to this Town Hall before coming into this compartment over here with the multi-target Inferno. And with the way that this Queen is standing, And our queen actually took her out before they could. No, she's still up. Sweet. Okay, from here on out, they're going to be going to the CC, going more towards the core of this base. Queen is going to snipe out some buildings, so that way they keep pushing down towards this compartment of the multi-target Inferno. King is still into the outside, taking out the trash, trying to keep the Valks compact as they're fighting their way through the base. Queen, again, is just flying through with all these rages and heals. Has the Slammer trying to fight through it for the Tesla farm. But at this point, even with the healers on the Queen, it is just basic GG. Max Loons are just going to overpower that Tesla and Expo once they get over there. He still has a BK with almost full health. I don't even want to bother counting how many Valks. So again, they're just going to fight through the rest of this. And well done to the Miller time. Beep. And then we got number 28 with the Jedi Mind Tricks. He's going to drop the Slammer outside with the Luna behind, trying to push it in. So that way, it's going to take out that Wizard Tower. The two Loons are going to take out that Mortar and then push him in. Got to rage it up. Loons are just going to blast past that Dragon, take out the Expo. Bunch go to the air defense, take it out, so that entire compartment is completely removed. The Loons, I don't think, take out that Mortar. Oh, they do. Sweet. Anyways, Hero's going to be dropped over there at the 430 region. BK is going to think about bouncing out before he bounces back in towards that cannon. Maybe it's just the barbs. Anyway, the Queen is going to be taking her time towards the outside. A couple skeletons were triggered. The Ice Golem, unfortunately, was triggered, courtesy of the Slammer opening walls. Queen is going to have to phase her way through the Dragon and not have to care about the Ice Golem because she will die before that. And then from there on out, he's going to start his Lalo coming in from 730. Minions in behind. Single target Inferno, so he doesn't really have to worry so much about worrying about splashed puppies. Freeze onto the Queen, trying to fight his way through those two heroes. Continuing on with his Lalo up there at 12 o'clock. Hasting his way through. Healing him up through that Wizard Tower. He has Loons coming in from the top end side. Air Sweeper's trying to be a slight inconvenience, but the Air Sweeper will be removed momentarily. Hasting its way through as well. And it's just going to be a waiting game for cleanup at this point with all of these Loons, minions, and pups. So well done to the Jedi Mind Tricks. And with that, that wraps up our recap. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.